Hey, beautiful people, welcome back. Trust, the big elephant in the room, that we know of its advantage, but how it's really created, how it's created is important to its enforceability, and how to function with it based on how it's created. Therein lies the brick wall most people run into. Let's tear that brick wall down. Generational wealth, being able to use finance, being able to preserve your properties in effect, as mentioned within the state and federal constitutions. All those things are directly tied with trust. Trust is basically a medium that's used to preserve the integrity of an intent. The intent is what establishes the trust. Hence, the intent must be declared through something called a declaration of trust, which is the sole instrument that's used to initiate a trust. Just like you do an article in a corporation for LLC or any other entity, declaration of trust is a term for that first page of a trust. So when it comes to a trust, we have something called res and situs. Res is the property that you have used as consideration to be preserved by whoever you delegate as a trustee, trust protector, on behalf of the beneficiary. So situs, the word situs is just basically a fancy word for location. Here's John Bouvier's 6th edition, situs, situation, location. When it comes to trusts, the location to which you house it is extremely important. In the past, we must have heard that, well, if it's your private trust, you don't register with anyone because you give them jurisdiction. Not really. The reason is because of something called full faith and credit. If you abandon these public offices that are specifically and strategically placed around North America, that public trust that existed, you are waiving that right also. Because each state have certain abilities to do certain things. And when it comes to trust, there are only a few states known as trust states. That's right. There's something called trust states, meaning there's only about 7 or 8 states that are known to be best to preserve the integrity of trust. You're not giving them jurisdiction, but in fact what you're doing is you are using that thing called full faith and credit to perpetuate your own intent. So before you know how to create a trust, where is the situs at? Where is the location that you'll be using it as a house? Stipulation of your trust instrument is what determines how it's ran. And then you will have things like safe harbor clauses and things like that, which we'll be going over. But where do you begin the trust as a reference to pull out certified copies and to actually utilize the public trust that already exists based on the public trust doctrine? Best states for trust situs, meaning best states to house your trust. You know how people would take all their monies and take it to a foreign account, an offshore account? Well, at North America, believe it or not, others, literally other wealthy people from other countries come here to North America to house their trusts. Trusts at North America is the best. That is the reason why North America is the belly of the beast. See, when they use these terminologies, mark of the beast, belly of the beast, there's a reason why. There's a functional reason why. It is the belly of the beast because that since time immemorial, North America, certain strategic ley line points in North America exist specifically for certain things to be enforced. And others, just like you would take your monies and go to an offshore account, which we'll be going over if you actually have some assets, that's worth a lot. But other people, while other people from other part of the world, just as much as other people from here, are going to their countries for the purpose of banking to protect their assets, they on that end are coming here to initiate their trust, and then they pull it back automatically. Whether you realize it or not, You are already engaging in international commerce just by being introduced to these basics. The full 21 minutes video is on the Patreon, along with a lot more, way worth more than whatever amount is going to be spent to acquire these information. Take care and best of luck.